How to most effectively use social media to express Marine Corps identity safely online. Overview. In this lesson, you will learn as the commander what the Marine Corps policy on social media is, how you should present yourself online, risks involved with social media and the military, as well as the rules and responsibilities that you can follow to ensure the safety of yourself and your unit. We will end with concluding remarks about what we have learned and then take the time to answer any questions you might have. Now imagine you are a service member who has just checked in to your new duty station. You're excited to tell your family and friends about your new job. You log into Facebook and start taking photos of the building and highlight your day, checking in using your location settings and sharing your new routine. You fail to notice that check-in paperwork with your social security number and personal information is in several of the photos that you have just posted to your online social media. You also do not realize you have just given a picture-by-picture account of what you do when you get to work. To anyone else, this might seem like a normal thing, but for a service member, this could mean life or death if someone you don't know on your friends list is trying to watch for patterns or a way to gain access to where you work. This is called an insider threat. Following this slide, you'll learn why it is important for you to establish a command social media policy, how your Marines should carry themselves online, the risks involved with online activity, and the rules and responsibilities associated with social media so that you will understand why you should make social media safety your command's priority. Marine Corps Marine Administrative Message 00817 is instruction from the Department of Defense or DoD that addresses unofficial posts from Marines online in regards to social media and other types of internet posts. Our Marines are often in the best position to share the Marine Corps story. Marines are encouraged to responsibly engage in unofficial internet posting about the Marine Corps and Marine Corps-related topics consistent with their professional expertise, personal experiences, or personal knowledge. Additionally, Marines are encouraged to professionally and respectfully correct errors and misrepresentations made about the Marine Corps. In addition to ensuring Marine Corps content is accurate and appropriate, Marines must also be careful when posting Marine Corps-related content on social networking sites, blogs, or on other websites, since the lines between Marines' personal and professional lives often blur in the online space. Marines represent the Marine Corps at all times, and their speech and conduct must consistently embody our core values and commitment to each other, our Corps, and our nation. Marines should therefore always use their best judgment and avoid inappropriate behavior. Marines must never engage in commentary or publish content on social networking platforms or through other forms of communication that harm good order and discipline or that bring discredit upon themselves, their unit, or the Marine Corps. In other words, Marines should think twice before engaging in questionable online activities and must avoid actions online that threaten the morale, operational readiness and security, or public standing of their units, or that compromise our core values. In addition to Articles 92 and 134, other articles of the Uniform Code of Military Justice punish conduct which constitutes disrespect or insubordination towards our civilian or military leadership, cruelty and maltreatment of Marines of lesser rank, sexual misconduct related to indecent viewing, visual recording or broadcasting, or conduct unbecoming of an officer. Finally, inappropriate online conduct may also violate other state or federal laws and may expose service members to civil liability. Marines who believe they have been subject to inappropriate online conduct and who would like to maintain their privacy are encouraged to report the misconduct to their chaplain or a victim legal counsel. Other resources include the Chain of Command, NCIS, local law enforcement, the Inspector General, Equal Opportunity Advisors, Victim Witness Assistant Coordinators, Victim Advocates, behavioral health counselors, and Military OneSource. As a leader of Marines, there is a greater responsibility when thinking about the actions you take and the words that you say. This is even more true when you are on the internet. There are some who contend that social media has created better communication for humans as a culture, but in the Marine Corps, there is a predicament that stems from social media use, being an online friend to those who you lead and those who you follow as a subordinate. The way you interact with others online should be similar to how you would in any normal work or social setting. It is how the connections and interactions take place with subordinates that sets the tone for communication. The professional relationship that you foster in the workplace can manifest itself and become stronger by maintaining the same professional presence online. As a Marine Corps leader, there is more responsibility to be respectful of others and speak intelligently on military topics. What you say may come across as you speaking on behalf of the Marine Corps. Everything that is said online should be treated like a written record, and as a Marine, you are looked at as the authority of that discussion. As a professional authority, you should care about the message that comes across as a leader of Marines. In turn, your Marines should care about the way they come across online. It is inherent that they use their status in an appropriate and consistent manner. The United States Marine Corps advocates that Marines should be encouraged to professionally and respectfully correct errors and misrepresentation made about the Marine Corps while engaging in online social media. The United States Marine Corps contends that if you express personal opinions on social media, you must clarify that those opinions are on behalf of yourself and not the Marine Corps. Your best judgment is the most important factor that will keep content and posts appropriate and reflect credit upon you and the Marine Corps. Most social media websites have some sort of policy that provides them with ownership of any content that is posted and stored on their servers, which means anything that you post online is there forever.
Hi, I'm Tina. I wanted to let you know that some of us share our music at work using MyTunes. You can download it if you go to https://mytuneslistennow.com.
Good job. You should not use unapproved programs at work.
That's cool if you're not into music. But if you get bored, you should really check out one of Mark's games. He's a programmer. I have a good one on a CDR if you want to install it.
Good call. You shouldn't play unauthorized games while at work.
Okay, I'll see you around.
The risk if you do not practice these social media policies is inherently important because it can affect not only your career, but your Marines and their families. As you were able to see in the video with your co-worker Tina, risks can happen from unapproved media in your place of work. There will always be the risk from an outside source looking to infiltrate the government. Social media privacy settings should always be updated frequently in order to keep outsiders from viewing your personal photos and information about friends and family. Do not assume that any information you post will ever be private. Applications linked to social media used for online gaming or instant messaging can also be utilized to load viruses or even use you as an agent to gain access to your friends' and family's accounts. Online scamming happens to many people. Online content that doesn't look legitimate or is out of context may be fake and could be a potential scam. Third-party applications can take advantage of your emotions, and just one click on a suspicious link could open the door for your personal information to be hijacked. Personally identifiable information, or PII, should never be accessed by anyone but yourself, and your online social media settings should reflect that. PII can be anything ranging from your social security number to your birthday or mother's maiden name. Criminals online usually don't get all this information at once. They gather little pieces over time, and it is often from more than one website. They can use this information to steal your identity, passwords, or even bring possible sabotage to friends and family. Practicing safe security procedures is the best way to fight against online criminals and malicious activity. Only open email or correspondence from people or businesses that you know. and do not click on links or open attachments unless you have verified where they came from. Most malicious attacks come from cyber criminals pretending to be people. They are not, in order to deceive you into performing actions that launch cyber attacks, download viruses, and install malware and spyware onto computers. It is your responsibility to remember that you are in charge of maintaining safety and security, not just for yourself, but for your Marines and your family. The rules, responsibilities, and understanding the scope of your experience when telling the Marine Corps story online are the most important takeaways from this training, because your command is the face of the Marine Corps when on liberty. Your Marines need this training because they are responsible for the content that they post, and you as their commander can ultimately be held responsible for their actions. Anything that is posted online could either uplift or tarnish the reputation of the Marine Corps. They will never be seen as just an individual civilian, but as a Marine. There will be posts online you will not agree with, but you should fight the urge to retaliate or begin a negative conversation. Remember to only let professional Marines who are trained in being online spokesmen officially react or refer the conversation to your public affairs office. You should post as much and as often as you would like on social media, but your better judgment should dictate that there is a fine line between personal and professional posts. Don't let a careless mistake or ill thought, comment, or post hamper your career or the Corps' history and traditions. By allowing this guidance to be presented to your command, your Marines will be able to follow these guidelines that foster a safer climate and ensure checks and balances are in place throughout the chain of command. By applying these principles, your Marines will be the best weapon the Marine Corps has to offer.